Hey everyone, Patty's here, and let's talk about the difference of a cold, a flu, and the COVID-19. So I found an article online that shows the differences between these three. And I'm now making a video to share all of you so that all of us will be very informed and aware. But first and foremost, I have a word bank here, and I listed all the words that relates to our video for today. The first word will be the virus. It is an infective agent that is too small to be seen by light microscopy and is able to multiply only within the living cells of a host. Next is immune system. The immune system is a complex network of cells and proteins that defends the body against infection. Next is symptoms. It is a physical or mental feature which regarded as indicating a condition of a disease. So let's get started with a cold. I know all of us feel miserable having a cold, but it is generally mild compared to more aggressive viruses such as the flu. Some of these symptoms have runny or stuffy nose, mild cough, fatigue, sneezing, watery eyes, sore throat, headaches, and pains. A typical cold will last on average 7 to 10 days. The majority of the symptoms are actually not caused by the infection itself, but rather our body's immune system trying to get rid of it. Most cold viruses will go away if we're patient and give our bodies enough time to fight them. And your immune system is the greatest defense against the common cold. So next will be flu or seasonal influenza. It is a common respiratory infection caused by a virus that infects your nose, throat, lungs, and can last from 5 to 7 days. Some of its symptoms are fevers or chills, cough, usually dry, fatigue, aches and pains, runny nose, sore throat, and sometimes diarrhea. Vaccination is a good way to prevent a flu. If you receive a flu shot and still get the flu, your symptoms are generally milder than if you didn't receive a flu shot. And most people with the flu get well without medical treatment. So lastly will be the COVID-19. As you know, the COVID-19 is a new strain of virus that spreads quickly worldwide. And some of its symptoms include fever or chills, cough, usually dry, shortness of breath or difficulty in breathing, tiredness, aches and pains, headaches, and sore throat. So the severity of the COVID-19 symptoms ranges from mild to severe, although upper respiratory symptoms like runny nose and sinus congestions are very uncommon in COVID-19. However, COVID-19 can cause severe illness in certain groups. For example, older people and people of all ages with severe underlying health conditions such as heart disease, lung diseases, and diabetes seems to be at higher risk of developing serious COVID-19 illness. And there's no cure or vaccine for COVID-19. So how does it get transmitted? So the basics of it is just a respiratory droplet expelled by coughing or sneezing. And it gets transmitted by contact with eyes, nose, and mouth when touching the face with contaminated hands. So its infection that it says the coronavirus or COVID-19 generally tend to target the intestines, lungs, and spleen. However, it may affect the epithelial or epithelium lining at the upper respiratory airways of the lung, posing a more drastic effects. So the respiratory epithelium lining is the upper respiratory airways functions to moisten and protect the airways. It acts as a physical barrier to pathogens, as well as their removal in the mechanism of the mucociliary clearance. It says that the mucociliary clearance describes the self-clearing mechanism of the airways in the respiratory system. So that's it for today, and I hope you learned a lot with this video. And I'll put all the links at the description box, and next episode we will talk about the vulnerable blood types against the COVID-19. Hit the subscribe and notification bell for more updates, and I hope you all stay safe. Goodbye!